only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. The wait is finally over. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first pick of the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
Drew Brees' accomplishments have been borderline astounding. When you look back at what people thought about him coming out of college, so-called height issue, you name it, he can do it, and boy, does he prepare well for each and every game.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
On second down now, it's Freeman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Ready. Young lady, you kill. Let's go.
Now they'll throw with Brees. And it's incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
The competition to go to the Pro Bowl at safety is fierce in the NFL. But Rashad Jones makes his case year in and year out as one who should go.
To throw, it's Brees. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal is there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down, and then continue on downfield, try and get a touchdown.
Like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Here's the offense, and sometimes you got to show love to the big guys.
That you do. We're talking about Jason Kelsey now, not Travis, his brother who plays tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down. Murray now on first down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's got daylight, the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The kick is good.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Murray. Rolling to his right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defense in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs.
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The end result, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. The left side completion to Jones. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. 1st down, Murray to Switzer over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Joe Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mixon with it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well, swarming to the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than 1 man to get him down, and it did right there. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
17-0 our score after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. So a change in possession here on the punt.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner Murray. Open man is Uzama. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. After the turnover, here's Murray. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Murray now to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 5 yards is the tally on... First down, that brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Breeze. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Breeze now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Breeze now on first down. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got the hookup with Conley. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And Jones has it over the middle. A gain of 37.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Throwing again on second down. Murray bringing it in. Jackson left side. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw is Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He's going to get it running right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears get a bit closer.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. A final shot before half for Murray. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. Something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Mixon with a first down carry. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Throw left side complete. It's Jackson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Play fake. Murray. Escaping. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Caught here by Conley. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Again, it'll be Freeman. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
Right there.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Bilal Nichols in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Jackson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Murray now on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 16-yard touchdown. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it?
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They run, Devontae Freeman. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And Freeman lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take. Over.
Here we go. Henry. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Jackson's got it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good hit.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Julio Jones. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears have taken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Breeze now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Breeze now. Now Breeze lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game. If the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically,
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Chicago! Joe Mixon with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Breeze. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Breeze to throw again. McConley's got it over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflection. When they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Breeze again. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Breeze. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check, check. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Again, it's Breeze. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's go, baby.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mixon. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now it's Mixon running right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Chicago, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.